What if I told you that China is building a powerful alliance right next to India, one that could challenge our security, our influence, and even our future? Yes, China is now bringing Pakistan and Bangladesh into a new trilateral partnership, and that could be a game changer for India. Let's break it down, in simple terms. China's new strategy. China is expanding its power across Asia, not just by building roads and ports, but by forming powerful alliances. One such alliance is the China-Pakistan-Bangladesh Trilateral. Their first meeting happened in Kunming, China, and that's not just diplomacy, it's strategy. If Bangladesh gets closer to China, it creates a serious risk for India's vulnerable chicken neck. That's the narrow Siliguri Corridor connecting northeast India to the rest of the country. China is also pumping billions into Bangladeshi ports, especially Chittagong and Pyra, giving it access to the Bay of Bengal, right at India's doorstep. Other dangerous trilateral. China plans to expand its massive CPEC project, China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, into Afghanistan. Why? Because Afghanistan has nearly $1 trillion worth of minerals, and China wants them. But here's the worry for India. This brings China even closer to our western borders and gives Pakistan and Afghanistan more room to operate together, especially for cross-border terrorism. Yes, deep China-Pakistan ties. China and Pakistan are already deeply connected. China provides 80% of Pakistan's weapons, including modern fighter jets like the J-10C. China has invested around $50 billion in CPEC, and $29 billion is already spent. Even worse, China protects Pakistani terrorists at the United Nations. One example, Masood Azhar, the man behind multiple attacks on India, is shielded by China, while it claims to fight terrorism at the SCO platform. That's a clear double standard, a China's plus one strategy. There's also something called the China-Pakistan plus one strategy. It means China and Pakistan want to pull more countries into their circle, like Afghanistan and Bangladesh. That's bad news for India, because it weakens our influence and creates a powerful anti-India bloc in the region, China's wider influence. And it doesn't stop there. China is building power everywhere around India. In Sri Lanka, China grabbed Hambantota port on a 99-year lease. In the Maldives, it's trying to set up a military base. In Nepal, it's backing political parties and pushing railways through the Himalayas. With Iran, China has a $400 billion deal for oil and is planning links like Gwadar-Chabahar and gas pipelines through Pakistan. And even in water diplomacy, China is using the Indus Water Treaty to pressure India while refusing to make a water-sharing deal over the Brahmaputra River. That's bullying, plain and simple. What this means for India. So what does all this mean for India? First, it creates geopolitical encirclement. From Pakistan in the west to Bangladesh in the east and other neighbors like Sri Lanka and Nepal, China is slowly surrounding India. Second, it raises security threats. If Bangladesh joins this alliance, India could face pressure on two fronts, both west and east. Our chicken neck region could be at major risk. Third, China is trying to shift the regional power balance. India is part of the SCO, but when a draft statement ignored attacks on India and focused only on Pakistan, India refused to sign it. Our message is clear. Terror and talks cannot go together. India will not compromise on national security. How India is fighting back. Now here's the good news. India isn't sitting quietly. It's fighting back smartly. Stronger global ties. India is working with the Quad, US, Japan, Australia, and I2U2, India, Israel, UAE, US, to balance China's growing power. Indo-Pacific focus. We are working to keep the seas free, open, and peaceful, especially in the Indian Ocean. Military upgrade. From deploying S-400 missile systems to building aircraft carriers, India is getting stronger by the day. New trade routes. India is building alternatives to China's Belt Road, like the International North-South Transport Corridor and the Sagar Initiative to boost connectivity and security. Maritime access. We're using ports like Dukman, Oman to counter Chinese presence in the Indian Ocean. Conclusion. With strong alliances, military readiness, economic growth, and clear diplomacy, India is protecting its borders and leading the region. Like, share, and subscribe for more videos.